guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. Today we're going to go take a look at this girl right here, Supreme Kai of Time Brainwashed. Now, I'm not really too sure about this unit. It's like she's doing a lot on paper. Like, I want to definitely see her in action before we can make a real assessment, because she does massively raise defense on super attack, which is really good. She has a chance of stunning all enemies, so she could be good for Super Battle Road as well. Maybe when, like, Corroded Body and Mind gets a Super Battle Road stage, which will probably be very much hell for a lot of people, Supreme Kai of Time Brainwashed here could be fairly helpful for that, so we'll see. Let me level up her links a little bit. She does not have a Dokkan Awakening, and we will see how good she looks. Alright guys, so we're here in an event with Brainwashed, Supreme Kai of Time here. We'll start on the Realm of Gods team. Now, we got kind of a iffy opening rotation. I mean, dude, it's like, this is the showcase special for me. Let's just get, like, both leaders in the same turn. Like, it's my luck is just unprecedented. Now, I don't know about how I'm going to feel about this Supreme Kai, right? She's doing a lot, right? Like, opening out, she has a rare chance of stunning all enemies. You know, she does lower attack on super attack. She gets a lot of different, like, debuff sort of effects, right? Like, she's getting attack if the enemy's attack down, defensive down, sealed, stun. Like, you go down the whole line, and she's getting a lot of buffs if the enemy has got a lot of debuffs applied. But, I mean, how practical is all that, right? Not very. I do think that this Supreme Kai, she could have some solid, I think, tech in some Super Battle Road stages, right? You can go and maybe like a Extreme Realm of Gods or something like that. And, you know, you could potentially rock her, I think, maybe with, like, Supreme Kai and Kabito or something like that. Some of these other units. Like, I feel like she could really help in some Super Battle Road stages. So, like, that's what she is. But it's like, you see all these attack buffs, and it's like, how practical is it really? Probably not too much. Now, let's take a look at her. So, she's at 68k defense. Definitely does not look that impressive. I mean, that sucks. She gets 90% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then she gets another 90% attack and defense on super. But then she also massively raises defense. So, I mean, I think she's going to be past 200k defense, actually, in this turn with, like, none of her links active and stuff. I think so. Her link set, Demonic Power, Telekinesis, you know, that third one is, the order is not the same as the wiki, but Demonic Power, Telekinesis, More Than Meets the Eye, Battlefield Diva, Master of Magic, Godly Power. A lot of these links I don't have memorized, right? A lot of links in this game, like, I've got memorized, you know, from using these characters, seeing these links over and over. But Supreme Kai, she's got some rare ones. Telekinesis, right? Master of Magic, Demonic Power. These are not exactly common links that a lot of characters, you know, are going to be rocking. So let's see what she does for here. 1.56. Definitely not what I would consider good right there. Okay, so her attack jumped up a lot. Why is that? That's because she gets 90% attack if the enemy is in attack down. And she gets 90% attack if the enemy's in defensive down. She applied both of those herself right there, right? So it's like, yeah, you know, you could easily, well, I don't want to say easily, but you could have a turn where she does, like, everything, right? So, like, you know, the enemy is sealed, stunned, all the debuffs and stuff like that. And, like, you know, we could see big numbers from her, but that's not going to be a common occurrence. And then you guys also know, you know, by now that the toughest bosses in this game nowadays, they're immune to everything. So it's like, she's not doing literally any of these abilities against these, like, powerful, like, legendary Vegeta event bosses and stuff like that. But at least she would still have value in Super Battle Road. I mean, if she can really win you fights pretty much by herself, if her ability, the rare chance to stun all enemies, like, if that pops, again, she's like, she could win you some Super Battle Road fights, again, completely by herself with that ability popping, right? Okay, so now we're going up against God Trunks. He is still susceptible to a lot of this stuff. Thank goodness that, okay, he is debuffed. What is that? So, is that an effect of Demonic Power? No, demonic power is 20% attack, 10% defense. No, that Link, is that telekinesis? Dude, I gotta look at her link. I gotta learn what links, which ones these are. Okay, so this right here, this is telekinesis right here. No. What is this? This is Master of Magic is what this is right here. 15% attack, and then at Link level 10, they're lowering enemies' defense by 10%. Okay, that's Master of Magic. This right here, this is telekinesis. This is like probably the worst Link in the game. All this does is lowers enemy defense by 20% at Link level 10. What are they thinking? This should be lowers enemy defense by 20%, gives you 25% attack and defense, and gives you 2 ki or something like that, right? Okay, that's Godly Power right there. That's a common one. This is more than meets the eye right here. I mean, I guess, you know, or is that what this is? Yeah, this is more than meets the eye, yeah. We could have that with this Supreme Opie. That'll be good. We'll make sure to get them together. Then, of course, we also have this Link. This is Demonic Power right here. I guess Darkness Toa, Demon Goddess Patine. We do have some characters we can get that activated with. And then the last one, of course, is Battlefield Diva. Again, very stupid how many characters, like, have Battlefield Diva but aren't on the goddamn Peppy Gal team. Just drives me nuts, dude. Okay, so we should be able to get a little bit of extra damage, potentially from Brainwash Supreme Kai on this turn. I mean, we'll see how things are going to look right here. We'll see what kind of damage Meki Kabura is going to do. 4.79 right there. I feel like Meki Kabura, like, he puts up... Oh, he's just going to one-shot gotcha. Okay, goodbye. Sure, I didn't really see that one coming. Dude, this has been a disaster of a run so far. It's fine, because on this next turn, we're going to have Supreme Opie next to Brainwash Supreme Kai, so, you know, they're going to have their abilities. Looks like this Trunks, we are able to attack debuff and defensive debuff him. So, you know, we should be able to see Brainwash Supreme Kai put up at least a little bit of stats, you know, up on this next upcoming turn. We'll look at her on a few teams. This is not a character I'm going to get to full level 10 links, no way. You know, because she's an SSR, she's eventually going to awaken and stuff like that. But we could see some stuff with her. So, we would have, what is that? Again, everything but Demonic Power and Battlefield Diva. So Master of Magic, Godly Power, More Than Meets the Eye, and Telekinesis are all going to be activated right here. Okay, cool. What is her defense at right here? 84k. That's much better because, I mean, again, is she approaching 300k defense right there? Because remember, she massively raises defense as her super attack effect. That's a 100% defensive buff, right? So it's like her start of turn defense looks not that impressive, but by the time she actually does super attack, you know, her stats are looking fine at that point. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what Brainwash Supreme Kai is going to put for us. 3.43. I mean, now we're up to 4.54. I mean, we're definitely seeing like she could do some good numbers, right? I feel like she's a good Super Battle Road option. I mean, she is on pretty limited teams, you know, like Potara, right? Corroded Body and Mind. Like, you know, if we get a Corroded Body and Mind Super Battle Road stage, she's going to help out a lot in there, right? For sure. Alright, so I figure we'll do a run here on Potara. We have Brainwash Supreme Kai right here next to Supreme Kai and Kibito, where we have, what, Godly Power, Master of Magic, and Telekinesis. Again, let me... these are links that I don't see very often. Yeah, that's Telekinesis, a terrible one. And, yeah, that is Master of Magic right there. Okay, so with those Master of Magic activated, at least, you know, we are going to debuff the enemy 17 and 18 right there, you know, just by having that link activated. We are getting the support type buff from Rose as well, 2.88. Not the craziest. I mean, I would like, you know, while we're going through, you know, one of these turns for her stun to pop. That would be good, right? Again, think of it as like the Jiren ability, right? Like that's, again, that's essentially what that is sort of the Jiren ability where, you know, you could go into a turn and, you know, she could just stun the entire enemy rotation. You know, back in the day, that was a very effective tool that Jiren had to help you in some of those difficult Super Battle Road stages. So now, you know, the Brainwashed Supreme Kai of Time, her potentially having that ability could definitely be helpful. And again, I mean, she is on some category teams like Potara, Realm of Gods, Corroded Body and Mind, where, you know, I do think that that actually could be quite useful. I mean, she's also on, like, the Time Traveler team, but obviously the roster for Time Traveler is just much, much, much bigger. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we got right here. So, I could transform here. Looks like they can't be stunned or sealed, but they can be attack debuffed, as well as defensive debuffed. We'll have those same 3 links active. I'm going to go ahead... Well, actually, Ki is going to be an issue here. I guess this is a bit of a problem for our girl here, right? Because does she have a Ki link? Battlefield Diva, is it? Yeah, looks like we're going to be just shy of getting a super attack on this turn. That's not good. I think I'm just going to let this play. I mean, I don't know. I guess that this is a good turn to just let play out to show this, that, like, you know, Ki certainly could be an issue for her on some turns, right? Because she doesn't have, like, some major Ki link. Again, a lot of these, like, sort of, like, Dragon Ball hero characters, like, a lot of these sort of, like, god characters, right? Like the Supreme Kais and Demigras and Toas, and a lot of them, I feel like a lot of their link sets they're just a little wonky unless you're using them with themselves, right? It's like, I guess this is another character who just, you know, at her best, is going to be rocked on, like, the crossover team or the Dragon Ball Hero team, right? We can get her next to, like, Demon Goddess Poutine. And, of course, you know, every time I hop into a showcase ever, it's like, all right, there's units I want to pair with them. Oh, you know, they're in slot 7 and she's in slot 2 or something like that. It's just a frequent occurrence. Supreme Opie of Time, you know, being herself, right, allowing her to link with herself. That, like, she's a real asset, but, like, I gotta get her next to her first. All right, so I guess we'll probably do one more turn right here. After this, let's go to the crossover team or heroes. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing, right? And we'll sort of try and get a bunch of characters around that could, like, stun and seal and stuff like that. And we could try and smack, you know, one of these bosses with, like, all of the debuffs, right? And sort of see how it's going to look. Oh, I just noticed that little symbol up there. Oh, that shows that you can't do key blasts. That's the first time I've noticed that on them. Can we hit them with any debuffs at all? Yeah, defensive debuff, and looks like they can be attack debuffed as well. So let's go ahead and transform with Kibito Kai then. So we'll be able to go ahead and get a little bit of an attack debuff also. And then we'll be able to see what the attack stat she's going to get is going to be after this. We do have Battlefield Diva up with the Super Saiyan 2 Kefla. Well, okay. I mean, he is going to debuff the 17 and 18 just by doing a normal attack. Yeah, Ki is certainly an issue. Yeah, great. Yeah, it's so good. That's why you do like your supports, you know, your powerful support type units. All right, so yeah, they are attack debuff, they are defensive debuff. And she's at 2.9. All right, let's go to the crossover team, man. Let's see her with all the fancy debuffs all over, you know, maybe the enemy being stunned and sealed and stuff. And, you know, we could sort of see her, you know, pump up these really big numbers. Honestly, I feel like she is okay. You know, it's just you're not going to be using her in long events. It's just going to be, you know, like Super Battle Road stages where you can make use of, you know, debuffs and stuff like that, right? You could start the fight out and her chance to stun pops, and then that, you know, really gives you a huge advantage, right? You know, sort of stages like that, right, are going to be a big thing. All right, so we should be here in a situation where we will be able to stack up Supreme Kai's buffs, right? So with Pan, we'll be able to have 2 links. We have Battlefield Diva as well as, what is that, More Than Meets the Eye. All right, let me go ahead and just start stacking up these debuffs on Broly. We should have everything we need, attack debuffers, stunners, sealers, like all of the different abilities that we need here, we should have, so we could be able to see, you know, Supreme Kai Brainwashed get one of these bigger attack sets. Go ahead and stun. No, okay, it's fine, it's fine. 1.97. So, I mean, this is going to work good because we'll be able to see the full range, right, of what Supreme Kai is capable of doing there. Now, that super attack, like her debuff, the attack and defensive debuff, I believe those do last for 3 turns. So that's pretty good. So now, what we can try and do, Super Pycon, he'll also be able to debuff her like that. Demon Goddess Patine, I believe, can stun, and then Supreme Opie of Time, she could seal. So it's like the crossover team, you've got a lot of options on the crossover team who are capable of applying these different sort of debuffs here, which would allow, obviously, Brainwash Supreme Kai to, you know, to get her her big numbers and all that, right? So, all right, let's go ahead and do this. Give me a stun. All right, well, we got the seal. We have everything except for the stun. All we need here is for Xenopan to get that stun next turn, and we should be good here because you are debuffed with everything. Yeah, the only thing he doesn't have here is stun. We have quite a bit of support on this rotation as well. Remember that Xenopan does have a 50% chance to stun. In terms of her defense right here, too, I mean, she's... because she gets 90% on super attack, right? So, I mean, she's going to be, like, maybe like around, like, 170-ish or something like that. And then she raises it by 100%. So, it's like her defense is, like, 250k plus 300k, like, somewhere in that range. Like, it's, like, just a little bit of extra defensive support. And she certainly can look good in that avenue, right? Defensively. You know, because as long as she's in, like, slot 2 or 3. But I feel like she could make a fine sort of floating unit. All right. So everything is applied to Broly. So this is all of her buffs. It's all on Broly. 5.71 right there. That's with Broly. Again, he's attack debuffed, defensive debuffed, stun, sealed. She gets a 90% attack buff for all of those, right? So, like, that's good. I mean, if we were able to get that in, like, Super Battle Road for whatever reason, I mean, there definitely could be instances where that might be possible. I mean, you know, she looks good. I actually feel like in this video I like her more, because it's just like you just have to think of her as like a Super Battle Road unit who should at least have reasonable defense. She'll be able to do some attack debuffs as well, but like you could get the Hail Mary for the rare chance to stun all enemies, which will really give you a decisive advantage in some of these tougher fights, in Super Battle Road fights. And it's like she is on, dude, some of the, like, Potara and CORRODED Body and Mind do not get buffs often, man. So it's like she's in a pretty solid spot. Okay, so on this rotation, we're going to have everything basically activated. We have all of her links dude, as soon as the cord wants to show that we're good. As soon as the cord wants to show we're sitting pretty. Everything active except for, what is that, Demonic Power. So it's a really strong rotation. We've got a lot of support. Again, her defense is like, is it like 400k here? Like I don't know, like somewhere in that range. All right, so let's go ahead and see. Let's see what she does on this turn right here. All of these buffs, you know, a lot of support right here. See what Supreme Kai does with the enemy. You know, again, just completely sort of manhandled, right? With all of the debuffs that we can apply on Broly. 7.91. Okay. I mean, that's definitely good. I mean, you know, you could get that early on, I guess. Like, you know, that could be like a turn 2, like, attacks that you could get, I guess. It's just, you know, again, it's... you do have to jump through a lot of hoops to be able to get that power. But it's not bad. I mean, that's not... You know, Supreme Kai, she's got some stuff. She has some tech, for sure. Alright, this is Brainwashed by the Power of Darkness. Supreme Kai of Time Brainwashed. Her leader skills, the crossover category, key 3 and 120% of stats. Her super attack is Dark Judgment, which massively raises defense for 1 turn. That's a 100% defensive buff. She does supreme damage, and she lowers enemy attack and defense. Her passive skill, Power to Freeze Time, gives her a rare chance of stunning all enemies. That could be very helpful in Super Battle Road to really help you gain control of the fight. And if she gets it, she's going to get a massive attack buff as well, right? Then she gets 90% attack and defense at the start of turn, another 90% attack and defense on super attack, and then she gets 90% attack when the enemy is in attack down, defensive down, sealed, and stunned, right? A lot of those buffs you're not going to see active, I think, very often, but, you know, you could have some Super Battle Road runs where she can get a couple of those buffs off, and she could definitely help you, I think, for sure. Her links are Demonic Power, Telekinesis, More Than Meets the Eye, Battlefield Diva, Master of Magic, and Godly Power. Her 12k multiplier is 130%. That's low, but I think a lot of SSRs a lot of times are sort of in that range right there. In terms of an easy A she could help you out in, actually there is Physical Vegito Blue, and then I guess the Tech Blue Gallic Gun Vegeta and Physical Gallic Gun Trunks, I guess that easy A as well, is another one that she potentially could help in. And then she is on a number of different categories here. So for starters, she of course is on the Dragon Ball Hero category team. She's also over on Realm of Gods. You know, more options for Realm of Gods is always a good thing, right? Then, of course, she's also over here on the Potara team. Potara really doesn't get that many buffs. I mean, look at this. 3 new characters, essentially, in 2021 so far, right? Not very many at all right there for Potara. Then she's also over on the Time Traveler team. Definitely a team with massive buffs as of recently, right? Then she's also over here on the Crossover team. Crossover looking really quite good. And then finally, she's on Corroded Body and Mind. Definitely a team that needs a lot of help and a lot of work. So any options on that team, yes, please. So let me know what you guys think of Brainwashed Supreme Kai Time. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.